Hey guys, welcome back to Blade Art. Today we are just doing a vlog for my first competition in the last 3 years. So in 2023 was the last time I competed, and that was my senior Excel Freeskate, and that's how I got my gold medal for that test actually, which just means that you tested through all the tests for like that category of figure skating. But yeah, let's kind of jump into it. I did a showcase, and then I also coached 2 students. One is a secondary and one is a primary. So yeah. So for a normal competition, you normally have your practice ice and then you have your event. So practice ice is just like a 20-minute session that's kind of upcharged, where you spend just warming up, maybe making some last-minute fixes to stuff that's in your program, etc., etc. And for adult skaters, a lot of times it's just to get in those knees. And then the actual event, you get like a 4 to 6 minute warm-up typically, and then you pretty much hop on the ice whenever it's your turn and you go do the program. And then afterwards, maybe like an hour or so afterwards, once your results come out and there's a scheduled awards ceremony that's coming up, you get your announces your place and your medal. I mean, with the newer systems, you can kind of see your place before you do that. It used to be we kind of would often find out with the awards ceremony sometimes, but it still happens if the system's slow. But yeah. What to bring to competition? Well, typically I like to bring my skates, dress, at least one pair of tights, ideally like 2, because you want to have one for practice ice in case you rip it before you go out there for your event. What else? I like my leg warmers for practice ice just because they tend to protect my boots so I don't scratch it as much. Let's see. Also, you might want to bring along some extra hairspray, a hairbrush, probably a fine-tooth comb, like a rat tail comb as well, to fix any stray hairs before your event, because stuff does get frizzy. Like you can see, my hair is already frizzing up from the humidity here. You can also sometimes bring like extra lipstick just in case yours wears off, extra like simple products like powder and stuff to make sure that you're maintained throughout the day. Typically you might want to bring some snacks as well if your rink allows it, just to be well fed, because sometimes you're at the rink all day, like all day. You don't think you will be, but then you'll watch some friends and then some extra people, and then suddenly you're there all day. And of course you want to have water. You really want to have water, and this one's kind of person to person, but like I like to bring like some Powerade or some Gatorade, just because sometimes I feel a little lightheaded and it helps me kind of keep together. Also, if you have an early morning event, of course you want your caffeine probably as well. Hey guys, welcome back. This is the end of day 1 of competition, Friday. So I did my junior showcase today, and I'll go ahead and add like the video of the performance. I have to see like with copyright and everything, but we went okay. We didn't quite score what we want to, but we might adjust some leveling and come back at it for maybe later in the season. But I also coached today. I know I'm a little young for that, but whatever. And my student did decent. This was her first IJS. I'm the second coach, just for anyone who's wondering how that happened. No, I'm not in charge of that on the primary end, but yeah, it was her first IJS. She did pretty decent. And we now know what we want to improve for next time. And very long day, 6:30 a.m. to about 6 p.m. or so. And looks like tomorrow we'll be just doing some nice light skating on the side and then watching some events, and I don't have to coach again until Sunday. Whew. Also, if you're wondering about the makeup, this is a kind of editing decision to add, but this was just for a character performance. It was to Tonight You Belong to Me by Satin Puppets. And this was just meant to be kind of like a creepy doll makeup, so if I put it really far away and then I go, see how it kind of makes it really big. Eyes kind of creepy, but yeah. here we are. But funny story about Friday that I forgot to mention concerning my poor student. So the rink had some issues with the ceiling and it was raining, and basically imagine a Niagara Falls, but like it came from the ceiling and it fell onto the ice during my student's warm-up and she nearly got drenched. But they persisted through, all of them. All those kids persisted through after a short little ice maintenance break. So yeah, really proud of her for pulling through with that. Hey guys, so let's go over day 3 since I didn't really film like right after oopsies. So I just coached on Sunday for a competition and my student did really well. It was actually her first competition ever and she competed with Spire too. So she did toe loop, scratch spin, style cow, waltz jump, step sequence, sit spin, hydro blade. She actually has a really good hydro blade. And then after that we did style cow toe loop, came around, did a spiral, a waltz jump, and that was that. So that was the first program that I've ever been like the full like choreography like primary coach for. So yay, because my other student's actually a secondary coaching sort of situation. So, and she actually got first, so I was really surprised, really happy with that because that's awesome. But yeah, day 2 was pretty fun. I also got this little axolotl dude. Sorry if I said that wrong. Just because sometimes I like to budget out like one thing or so for a competition, since they have like little vendors that come up during the competition and sell different things, like everything from like dresses, practice and competition, to like jewelry. Sometimes they'll have like these things called tossies. They're just like little plushies that they throw on the ice for skaters. This year they had like these crocheted flowers, which was really cool. And oh, there's Lynn in the background. That's my dog. They do. But like, yeah, so all in all, good competition this year, and got some things that we did well, got some things to work on, so okay.